the first day when I came here, I was like so excited. I was like, usually I get sick on the plane, but I didn't at all. But when I got here, according to my diary at the time, that I was so disappointed in almost every single way. Everything's so old, just like old, like, stuff that you don't even see in China anymore. And I was just, trying really hard to fit in, I guess, like the way you talk, the way you behave in classes and stuff, it's quite different from China, I would say. When I was in China, like I've always been good at, talking to people and, like communicating with people, and that has always been one of my strengths, right? But then when you come to this country, like your strength become your weakness, that's like a very huge drop. I wasn't like looking far, down the road what I want to do and stuff. It was just like so overwhelming at the beginning, like with all the language problems I had to deal with, the culture shocks and stuff like that. It was my thesis project for my master's degree. It's called What to Get on My Butt. So it's about my personal experience of getting this tattoo on my butt. So half was shot in America and half was shot in China. So you also see like the differences between two cultures, like how people look at tattoos, in these two different countries. And then it got into a couple of film festivals because I was trying to like get in, and I won the Emerging Filmmaker Award from Woods Hole Film Festival in 2007. Yeah.
We started talking before we left. We talked all the way on the bus over there, and we talked all the way up the mountain and down the mountain. And then she invited me to be in one of her movies, so that was our sort of second date, I guess.
I believe that, like you don't want to have any regrets for yourself. And if I see something that I like, if I see someone I like, I think it doesn't hurt to be the first one to say.
Before I met her, I didn't have a well thought out image of Asian girls at all. But now that I have met more of them through her, I would say she's more on the less traditional side. She is energetic, assertive, adventurous, I guess.
He didn't propose. I proposed. Yeah, so we had a fight over whatever, and we broke up. But it turned out to be like a misunderstanding. So we had a talk after we broke up, probably 10 hours. So we realized it was a misunderstanding. So we were like, oh, okay, well, I guess we can get back together now. I said, maybe we should get married to celebrate, how we got back together. And he said yes. So we got engaged. There was no ring. I didn't need a ring. I'm not a ring person. And I don't know, for some reason we didn't think engagement was a big deal. In my book, it wasn't. But I feel like with kids, like I just don't get to do that anymore. It's always about them. I wanna be about me. At least, like you can say like I'm a little selfish maybe when it comes to my own time. But it's my own time. I was interning for XYTV, which is a TV show. Before I graduated, I talked to them and see if they were hiring, and they said, yes, we are. So they hired me. And I was like, oh, that's easy. So I got hired right away, and I was thinking, oh, okay, awesome, I have a job, even before I graduated. And then, I don't know, like maybe a month later, I heard that they went out of business. I'm like, what? I got laid off before I even started the job. You know, like I was thinking, oh, this is funny. But I guess that's like the nature of this industry. You know, one day you're in, one day you're out. So I had to start looking for another job. Yeah, so I didn't really find my full-time job until 2 years later after I graduated. So it took a while. When I graduated, you know, when I was looking for a job, some of my friends were saying like, you know, like I don't even know why those people would hire us. You know, like it's like we can't even like communicate with them as well as, you know, any native speakers can. You know, that's so true. And I felt like, yeah, well, I don't know why they would hire us over, you know, native speakers. So at the time, we were all like looking at being Chinese as like a disadvantage. But now I don't see that anymore, you know. I see it as a huge asset, you know, like it's something that these people don't have, you know, like we are competing with them with like their language, you know, like we're speaking their language to compete with them. We're like in this country competing with them, you know. We haven't really used any of my Chinese stuff, you know. It's like I have this whole country and this whole culture behind me that I'm not even using to compete with you. I think my focus had always been my career, you know, like, and also to enjoy life. That's a big part about me. I think now I start to like see what I want to do. I want to be in media. I want to influence people, like in a good way. Especially Chinese women, I would say. Like, I want to be there to share my ideas, thoughts.